All right, guys, we are back. We started a little bit late because, honestly, I wanted to feed my fat face. That's just how I am. All right. If you guys want to do me a real quick favor, if you want to go into the little chat box in Twitch TV chat, and you want to say thank you, Melissa. My lovely girlfriend brought me food. Not only does she put up with my casting, she actually supports it and brings me food. How awesome is that? Do you have any food, Miser? 616, excuse me.
No, I don't get to eat until after this series.
I feel very bad for you. I made you miss class. I'm making you miss lunch. Sorry,
yeah. And then I have a paper to it too, but that's whatever.
And I'm making you fail your class. All right.
Nah, it's a one-page
I don't really
paper.
care that
It takes
much.
like 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go over picks and bans real quick. We're already full in gear here. We got Nature's Prophet, Tidehunter, and Darkseer being banned out by Team Megashock, and then we have Invoker, Lycan, and Animage being banned out by Team Baguette every single time, man. Just for half a second, I forget their name. Chen, Morphling, Vengeful Spirit being picked up by Team Megashock, and now Queen of Pain, Windrunner, and we're looking for a final pick here of Riki coming out from Team Baguette. So right before the second set of bans, where typically Riki is banned out, they're going to pick him up. So they get a crack at him. What do you think so far about the picks there, Miser?
Where's Syllabear? He's not banned. He's not picked. Why is there there's no love for Syllabear?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's auto ban. Maybe they just both hate Syllabear. Maybe they just are going on strike against him. I don't know. We see Crystal Maiden being banned out, and now it's Team Baguette's team so far. What do you think about Riki being picked up? I mean, really, I want to ask you, what do you think about Morphling being picked up so early when Riki is still in the pool?
Morphling's been picked up pretty early a few weeks ago every single game. And so is Riki, actually. So, as for that, I think they kind of counter each other because Morphling has a decent amount of burst to bring the Riki down, and since Riki usually stacks agility, and his only strength item will be a BKB, if he can just nuke him down before the BKB is activated. And then there's another
but at the same time, there's a lot of Riki being able to throw out the cloud and disable, especially in conjunction of some other stun, just really destroy the Morphling before he's able to get off his stats and his waveform.
Well, actually, what I want to talk about for a second is the funny interaction that will happen if Morphling gets an Ether Blade. Because the Ether Blade, he'll be able to pick off Riki, stop Riki from attacking, or protect himself from Riki. But since Riki gets a Diffusal Blade, he can also purge Ether Blade off either target.
Yeah. That's true. I hadn't really thought about that so far. Shadow Demon being banned, and now the Enigma being banned. So we're looking at the final ban for Team Baguette. Now, what do you think they're going to be? We're going to see some sort of supports coming out from Team Baguette. But what's left for Team Megashock? Syllabear now being banned, so he's not auto banned. He's been in the pool, just people haven't picked him up. What's left for Team Megashock? Do you think they're going to pick up?
They need to pick up a middle and a sideline solo. So there's the Beastmaster they have the option for. There we go.
They're listening to you, man.
Yeah, I know. They love me. We have the Venge BM combo with the auras. That'll give Morphling a lot additional carry power. And then supports need to come out. Probably maybe a Shaker. They might go for the Shaker. Shaker's really good with Riki. If you can do it well, because you can Cloud, and then Shaker will stun him during the Cloud, and Riki will just backstab them to death.
So you think they're going to be running a tri-lane and not an opposing jungler, and just 2-on-1 with the jungler? You think they're going to be running a tri-lane?
Well, they can run a jungler, and they can use any real hero to babysit this Riki top, because Riki versus BM would be fine even 1v1.
Oh, that's
so
true.
You just have a hero to pull.
All right,
so they could go with farming jungler, they could go with 2 supports, they could even go aggressive tri-lane if they so chose.
Well, I mean, as it stands right now, they're setting up Venomancer, a very good babysitter for Riki. The slow of the Cloud combined with the slow of the Poison. It's just rather insane. So we're going to wait on the final pick from Team Megashock. Guys, if you're just tuning in, this is the Jeedota2 Championship 2 Group Stage. So this is going to be Team Megashock versus Team Baguette. They're in their own little group together. And Lich, 5th pick, being picked up right now. The score is 1-1. This is a best of 3, so this is going to be the final game. I mean, as it stands right now, this is this the first game of this group stage? I'm not sure. I think it's the second game. I thought we were watching Team Megashock not too long ago. But
10 seconds remaining.
Got what I was saying. Now we're final 5th pick, Team Baguette. So you think you think Earthshaker's still a good pickup here?
Yeah, they could do a Windrunner, Shaker, and Venomancer down at bottom, harass that Morphling's farm. They could leave Windrunner solo middle against the Beastmaster. They could put Queen of Pain versus the Beastmaster. And then the other one can go up atop against the Lich. So I'd rather have the Queen of Pain against the Lich, because Windrunner's just going to get nuked down, and she will be very unhappy with that.
Right, yeah, and what do you think about the Lich? I mean, we used to see it a lot of times back in the day in Han, the Lich suicide lane. What do you think about it now in Dota 2?
Well, the Lich suicide lane is good when they aren't going to push your tower. They're just going to sit there and pull, and you're just going to deny creep experience and get your own. Like, I think it's good against this lineup, because unless they pick up an Enchantress here, which they really should now to abuse the Lich is going to be just fine at top, slowly taking experience, and until Venomancer hits 3 and 5, so you can have the level 2 and level 3 wards, they're not going to have much power to push the lanes.
So instead of an Earthshaker, we're going to see a Sand King pickup instead, which, I mean, still a very respectable pickup. So not going for the jungler pusher like you were suggesting. But still, Sand King, do you think that's still a good pickup by them?
I think it's a very interesting pickup. Because they could either now do the Sand King Windrunner bottom, they could tri-lane bottom and leave Ricky alone versus Beastmaster, and Queen of Pain versus Lich. They have plenty of options. In fact, one thing they can do that not many teams do is jungle Sand King on Dire. You can use the easy camp to pull, and then use Caustic Finale to clear stacks with the creep wave.
10 seconds remaining.
And they just keep pulling that big creep camp, and especially if you stack it once or twice, you get a lot of levels, especially if you get the Caustic Finales off.
Yeah. Exploding neutrals is always nice.
Absolutely. We're going to see a pause right off the bat. Looks like we got a AFK person or something of the sort. So like you said, they do have a lot of options. Personally, I would like to see a babysit on the Riki for just like 1 or 2 levels. And once he has that little bit of advantage, but just pushing out the opposing hero as much as possible. And once he has that little bit of advantage, he can really abuse it very, very well with Blink. It's just so rough at being a solo versus the Riki and just having him blink over and over and over on you. And especially, if he gets, a little bit of boots before you, it's just rough. It's so hard to deal with. But really, he just has to have that babysitter in the very beginning. But all around... Go ahead.
Oh, fine, it's going to be so nice. What I think they're going to do is they're going to do Ricky Veno mid versus the Beastmaster. Put that Queen of Pain solo top, and then just do Windrunner and Sand King at bottom.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Then just have that Veno transfer over to bottom. As soon as you sort of harass the Beastmaster enough, you just have him move over at level 4 or 5, go down to bottom.
All they need to do is have one the supports camp one rune while Ricky gets the other, and he'll be perfectly fine middle. Beastmaster needs those runes to spam up those axes, and if he can't spam the axis, even if he hits 6, he can't kill Ricky.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what do you suggest here in this more like who do you give the advantage to during this sort of mid to late game phase? Who do you think should really be pushing in the opposing team's tower at this point? I mean, Morphling versus Riki. I mean, Riki I obviously give the advantage to in the late to late game, but really, does the when should the Radiant team be pushing in?
Radiant team should be pushing in within the first 5 minutes of the game on this Windrunner Sand King lane. And they'll get 1 or 2 towers unless the Venomancer switches over and has enough levels to put up the wards. And that'll be enough for the early game. And then we'll probably take 1 or 2 more towers with Chen before the game dies down. And so I'd say within the first 20 minutes, the Radiant should knock down 3 to 4 towers.
And they go for that shotgun Morphling build and just try and pop that Riki as much as humanly possible, especially if they can get him before he grabs like a BKB and that Purge Stick.
Well,
and just try and pressure him and keep him out of farm as much as possible.
Well, the one thing you have to worry about that shotgun Morphling build is that he can't rush the Aether Blade this game. He has to have a Manta before the Aether Blade.
Right.
Because he has to be able to just Manta that Aether form. Otherwise, if he gets Sand King stunned while he's in the Aether Blade, he's going to take so much damage from the Queen of Pain, the Venomancer ulti, the Sand King stun, the Windrunner power shot.
Right. So in that case, what do you think Lich should be going for in items in that case? Because presumably we're going to see the Beastmaster. Do you think Beastmaster should be going the pipe or should be going aggressive like Necrobook or a Blink and just try and be an initiator for a team and leave those pipe and back to Lich and Chen respectively? Or should he be getting the pipe with farming up middle and Chen, of course, grabbing the mech? And in that case, what does that leave Lich to do?
Well, I would say the pipe should be on the Lich. And then the Beastmaster, well, he has a couple choices. He could go for that Necronomicon, or he could go for Travels and just be a complete presence on the map at all stages of the game with his Hawk, if he chooses to go for Hawk, which he very well may not do. Actually, Hawk doesn't really help him much this game, because, yes, he'll have vision, but he won't be able to see Riki. A lot of their heroes are very mobile anyway, and since they're the ones who are probably going to be pushing earlier on, there's be at team fighting. And let's say he gets Hawk and Boar. What's his Boar going to do? Queen of Pain to blink away. Sand King can stun away or go invis. Windrunner has Wind Run. Riki has his Blink Strike. The only one the Boar is going to be super effective against is that of Venomancer.
Right. So maybe he should be going for his Axis build and then into Auras. I mean, especially since they already had sort of set up for these early pushes with the Chen.
Yeah. And that'll really help push. Like, Beastmaster with Aura can just push a lane by himself. Kill the creep wave with an Axis, and then use the attack speed on the creeps to just wipe out a tower in under 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Well, sorry guys, we're just waiting on. Looks like the Riki player had some sort of problems with his internet, and we're going to be sitting here for a little bit. And if he doesn't come back, apparently they have a 5th to replace him, and then we'll just see a remake happen and move on with Game 3. But right now, Team Megashock versus Team Baguette, 1-1 right now. We're on the final 3rd game, deciding who's going to have the advantage in this group stage. On top of that, all the prestige of taking out these two very well, or at least decently well-known teams in the Euro scene. If you're an American team watching right now, you might not have heard of either one of these. All right, we're going to see. We are going to see a remake.
Another thing to keep in mind is this Windrunner, who's been playing Windrunner every game so far. First game, he had a lot of troubles. Second game, he had a lot of trouble farming, but he managed to get up his shackles and power shots off. And it doesn't look like the game's up yet.
I'm presuming it's still same password, but I could be.
Or maybe.
So sorry about that, guys. If you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna do my typical media whoring. Please
game's up.
Join. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to the Twitch TV channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which has the Pro Dota 2 qualifiers that we just did this last weekend. Hari and Chappie casted that. I also want to give a shout out. He's probably not watching. I don't know. He might have the day off. Little Lance Corporal Gonzalez Arengo. If he's watching, just want to give a shout out to him. I don't usually tell people in my life about this whole little casting that I do, Mostly because let's be honest. If you're Europeans watching right now, I know it's a little different for you guys, but let's face it. Miser616, I'm sure you can sympathize. You don't know a whole lot of people in your life who play Dota. Am I right?
No, not really.
Like Dota is really not that big of a deal in the American like esports. It's all about we have a little bit of StarCraft too. We have that going on, but a lot of first-person shooters. Just a lot of that. Nobody really plays. Like when I first started playing Dota, nobody heard of it. I tried to get my friends in it. I got a couple of friends into it and Dota and everything. League has been a little bit of help with that. Now League bursting into the scene with its great marketing, etc. Just even though it's a crappy game, crappy competitive game. Oh no, it's CM mode. Disconnect again. Sorry guys. But now I know a lot of guys who play League of Legends, but they don't play Han, they don't play Dota 2, they don't play Dota. And so I don't tell a lot of people about this casting I do. But this last weekend I was talking to one of my fellow Marines, and it turns out he does play more League of Legends, but he has been trying to get into Dota 2, which, hey, if you're making that transition, at least you know which game is better, right? That's what's important.
I think the other teams are a little bit confused. None of them are disconnecting.
I saw disconnect, so I was like, all right, peacing out. What's going on here?
I'm disconnecting here. I'm out of the game, so yes, it's rehosted.
Okay, finally. So I was like, my guys, you're not really going to make us go through the same bans and picks again.
I would just like to give a shout out to Valve here for not letting us see their chat, and as well as for not letting anyone talk without going through the console, making it a little bit harder to decide what to do in those kind of situations.
At least they finally got in the ally chat thing.
Oh yeah, the ally chat they broke.
At least they got that. All right, guys. So finally, we're going to see the game start. Hopefully, the real fast picks and everybody will be ready to go and know what their lanes are, and we won't see any strategy pauses or anything silly like that. But guys, I don't usually do it. I honestly don't like to pay attention to the chat, but we do have Holy's always watching the chat. I do look at it occasionally. But please, get on the chat, talk to us. There are people listening. I might not be listening personally, but somebody is. Just
somebody
talking
cares
about the game, see what's going on. Yeah, somebody. I know my girlfriend's on there all the time. She finds this whole thing hilarious. Hilarious is a good word to use. All right, we're gonna see the lanes. Hopefully it's the lanes that we were talking about, because we were talking about all this strategy, and unless they go some completely different lanes,
well, we have the Windrunner going bottom and 4 heroes going top to start.
Well, maybe they're just searching out for that first blood, and maybe they're gonna have Sync. I mean, I don't know. Unless they
could very well have the Queen of Pain go middle. Yeah. Oh wow, there's Avenge moving top to put out wards. She's gonna be really unhappy.
That tri-lane isn't bad. I mean, Sand King combined with the Riki Cloud, it's pretty powerful. I mean, anytime you have that melee hero right in front on top of Cloud, like the ability to block and get into those extra auto attacks while you're just slowed, it's really powerful. And it looks like they are going to be able to pick up the Sand King jumping on the Vengeful Spirit. Body blocks on top of huge amounts of slows, and they're going to be able to pick up that kill, giving the kill to Riki. So first blood goes to him, and that is a great little start. He can automatically start out with a poor man's shield right off the bat if he wanted to, without having to steal tankos and regen from people, which has been a common annoying trend I've noticed. It has been supports giving up their tankos and a healing salve, so that Riki can just automatically get a poor man's shield and have regen. That's just so obnoxious, because you run it against a Windrunner, because Windrunner typically should win that lane if he's a good Windrunner, because he's able to harass incredibly well early, and then once he gets that phase boots, he's good to go. But if you're given that poor man's shield on top of regen, right off the bat, it's that little extra ed that just changes the lane up. Mm-hmm. And I find it incredibly
do with Brood. Broodmother always starts off of Poor Man's Shield. She puts a web on the trees, and then she's just impossible to kill. But we were pretty close to the lanes. They double denied at top to give this Lich an early start. But they're doing a Sand King Queen of Pain lane. I'm not sure I agree with this.
Well, I mean, I guess at the same time, I'm thinking, Queen of Pain, a little bit better at the top instead of Windrunner. But I do agree. I mean, they're not. Queen of Pain can handle a Lich just fine, especially with the denies. It's not like Sand King's going to be able to hit really good stuns or anything like that. Queen of Pain with her Q can just destroy a Lich 1v1 anyway. So I'm not really sure they need the Sand King. At bottom, at least you'd be able to, like right now, Windrunner's forced out of lane to a Vengeful Spirit, which is really bad. I mean, Vengeful Spirit has less range, has worse attack. You being forced out by a Vengeful Spirit is really poor, but that's what happens when you're in the lane with a Morphling who can just jump in and get auto attacks. So if they had a Sand King there, they'd be able to address this lane very, very easily, especially if a Chen came in.
Unfortunately for the Dire, I think, they warded poorly. Their one sentry ward will kill both of those wards off, especially since Chen already has the sentries. He just needs to stop jungling and come get them down there.
Yeah, hopefully once he realizes that is blocked, I'm sure Vengeful Spirit has already informed him. Like you said, one good sentry is going to be able to kill both those wards if he knows the place to put it. So as it stands right now, we're going to see Riki and Veno versus Beastmaster in middle. Beastmaster already level 3, of course, with the solo experience, but has taken a bit of harassment. He actually hasn't blown any regen yet, so I'm not entirely sure what sort of harassment Venomancer's been putting out.
Uh-oh. Is this Riki going for a Midas?
What? Oh, Gloves of Haste already? Oh dear. What do you think about that? I don't like it, but what do you think?
The attack speed is nice, but that's a Lich ultimate, a Beastmaster Roar, and a Morphling on his face pretty soon.
I mean, he can clean up Chen creeps at least, but still, it's not really worth the... I mean, I guess if he gets it nice and early, it might be good enough. It might give him... As long as he doesn't get ganked, they're jumping in on the Beastmaster, doing a lot of auto-attacking damage. The slow combined with Riki backstab is just so much damage. Sand King has been pulling the easy
he broke
creep
even.
as suggested.
He made Riki pop a salve as well, so he broke even on that.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did take 1 or 2 tower hits. But Sand King pulling the easy creep camp and already has the hard camp stacked once. So at least he is putting his top lane to good use. At least he is pulling very properly and is forcing the lane back. So Queen of Pain in this 1v1 situation, obviously Queen of Pain with a blink, with a slow, operates much better in a 1v1 when the lane is next to her tower, because she really likes chasing. Just being able to slow, blink, auto attack, blink, again, just everything. Just the farther he is away from the tower, the better Queen of Pain's going to be able to do.
Well, this Lich is having a lot more trouble than I thought he would. Even though the creeps are always near him, he's just not landing his creep kills.
Yeah, like Lich is very hard to CS with. I'll give him at least that much. He has that drawback, and it's kind of hard to hit. But still, at the same time, at this level, you really need to be able to hit those. Sand King going to be able to pull the easy camp and the medium camp here, trying to pick up what extra experience.
No, he's not. He did.
Oh,
no, he didn't pull the medium camp. He's going to let this kill the creep, and he's not even going to take the experience for it.
Well, he does have the harder creep camp on the left here stacked. So maybe he's just planning on pulling this. The 2 waves are going to group up.
The Dire team is really confused right now. He's looking for that ward.
Oh, yeah.
And there you go.
They do find it. Great job, Sand King.
But it's too late for the 4-minute spawn. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, no, he got it. He got it.
Well done. It looks like Chen's going to be coming into the lane, and they are going to start pushing out this lane. They do have creeps, 2 range creeps, a siege creep, and on top of that are an Ursa warrior. So they're going to be able to do a lot of damage to this tower, at least a little bit.
There it is. Look at the courier flying out.
Wow.
If he didn't get that first blood, he probably wouldn't have picked it up.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, if he uses it correctly, I mean, how long? I forgot. Is it 15 minutes or 20 minutes that it takes for Midas to earn back its gold?
It is 1,000 seconds, which is 11 minutes, or no, 16 minutes and 40 seconds. There we go.
So yeah, 16 minutes. All right. So I mean, hey, if by the 20.5-minute mark, this might be paying off. He just has to watch out for ganks from till then, because obviously he's going to be very, very squishy. Especially with Beastmaster picking up all this solo experience, he's going to have a roar. But we are going to see smoke coming out. Team Baguette loving these smokes. They're going to try and jump in on this Lich. Lich, very hard to suicide lane with because you have no escape whatsoever. He does pop the potion, but gets popped by the ward now, and no slow. Where's the slow? All right. So Lich is going to go down easily. He's not going to be able to pick up anything in return. Meanwhile, bottom, though, is getting pressured very, very heavily by this Minotaur of Chen. 4 heroes pushing it down. But Riki is free farming at the very least, but still, Beastmaster going to come right back fairly soon. Maybe they're going to go for a tier 2 here.
They
threaten
can.
the tier 2 a little bit by tier 1's taking a little bit of damage.
Chen creep just died.
Oh, Lich is going down. Once again, they jump on the Lich. I don't know what he was thinking. He really can't get in range of Sanking Stun or the Venomancer Gale.
Now they're going to lose this top tower, and this is not a trade that's worth it for the Radiant. They wasted all the time on Beastmaster. They wasted their Lich, and their Lich died twice. They lost a tower, and they're not even going to get this tier 2 now. That was a terrible trade for the Radiant.
Yeah, I mean, really, they should have called that out. With the Chen having a creep that was so low, like you said, you just can't really pressure tier 2 like that. I mean, they didn't even really do any damage to it. I mean, I was hoping at least they were going to be able to get it, a little bit low and benefit from that push, 3, 4, or 5 minutes from now when they take the tier 2, but they don't even get that much. They only did 400, and it looks like Beastmaster might get caught here. Sand King hitting the stun, followed by the slow, and now the Riki's going to be able to jump in. That's just going to be way too much damage. No allies nearby, so Beastmaster's going to go easily going to go down.
Down to the Nether
Gets picked off. He has no level 6. Riki's level 6 with another kill, and on top of that, with the Midas, he's not being threatened at all.
Yeah. Basically, Radiant's misplays here have now made that Midas on Riki completely justified and worth getting. Because clearly,
again, they keep trying to push this tier 2, and Windrunner is decent at defending towers. I mean, Power Shot, especially if you get those extra little levels from you pushing in, you get the creep experience. Level 5, you're going to be able to defend towers relatively easily. You pull the regular creeps off and damage the Chen creep a little bit. You're not going to be able to push the tower that easily.
All I know is I really don't agree with this Beastmaster's build. He's getting pets, but he's not even maxing them. So he's going to have slow pets and no aura.
Yeah, I mean, I guess one level of Boar is helpful, but I agree. I mean, really, if you're going to go for pets, go all out, man. He's going to get jumped on by this Riki and Veno Gale once again. And I don't know, I think he's going to be able to get out. Blink, one more hit, there it is. And at a certain point, I think he really just has to turn and fight that Riki and hope for teleport support. I mean, it's just too rough for him to take. Unfortunately, that is an Ursa Purple champion, and they're not going to be able to pick up the Venomancer kill.
I mean, this is what I mean. That Boar was slowing Riki, and then Riki just jumped on the Beastmaster and killed him anyway. That's why I don't like the Boar.
So now we're going to see Treads being picked up real soon here by this Riki. And unless the Radiant do something drastic here, in order to start threatening the Riki, he's going to have a really good farm by the 20-25 minute mark. Let's look at CS a little bit. We got, let's look at that Lich. He's, oh wow, I'm looking at the wrong one. Oops. He's 9-2 compared to Queen of Pain's 32-5. Respectively, Windrunner, at least, is 15-0. Of course, that doesn't count all the Lich denies that have been happening. Windrunner 15-0, while Morphling is 51-12. Morphling with the highest CS in the game right now, but very closely followed by the Riki, who is 51-12. I mean, especially with that Midas, he's, I believe, going to be very ahead in farm on this Morphling. And again, Morphling opting for the Lincolns right off the bat. Again, I already said I hated it. What do you think?
it stops a Shackle, stops a Blink Strike, it stops a Sand King stun. I don't think it's the best choice here, but it's a good one. It's like putting it all in on the late game. You're saying, in the mid game, I'm not going to have much damage, but I'll be a really good farmer.
Well, I guess that's true, and hopefully it'll pay out in the late game when it's Riki versus Morphling. Chen smoked up with the Vengeful Sphere. They're going to try and put a stop to this Windrunner, but unfortunately they don't have a good creep for it. Only the Weldkin, who just does the Tornado, which is great for pushing and harassing early on, but not so good at ganking. It's going to be all up to Vengeful Spirit hitting a stun. Morphling coming in. Nice little wind run, but followed up by the nuke on Morphling, level 7 with level 4 waveform. It's just too much damage. Meanwhile, in middle, Queen of Pain getting a little antsy there.
Queen of Pain put a Shadow Strike on the Lich, walked up on the hill, and Lich stayed a little bit too long, and Queen of Pain just straight up ulted him.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those instant bursts, man.
There's a regen at bottom that Queen of Pain will be so happy that's there. And there's a bird for an extra 30 gold.
Yeah, empty bottle into a regen must be loving life right now. Well, hopefully they're going to be doing a little bit of pressure on this tier 1 tower. Venomancer wards are level 3. So they're going to be able to at least do a little bit of work with that. The question is, Queen of Pain jumping around. He's going to run into 2 heroes here right as they smoke too. So as long as he gets out, they're going to dodge the potential smoke gank coming out. Maybe jumping right back in here. All he needs to do is blink in and hit it slow. Blink up in 3 seconds. Nice little stun coming out from the Centaur, but unfortunately Chen turning around and throwing out the nuke. Not really working out for him. Now Lich is level 6, throws the ultimate, but doesn't bounce to anybody. Venomancer very wisely spitting up. Great job. And now Queen of Pain's going to be jumping in. Oh no, Venomancer, one more hit. He goes down to the Beastmaster coming in. Now Vengeful Seer's going to be teleporting out. Oh, the Queen of Pain gets blinked out. Beastmaster taking him out with the roar and the axes.
That Queen of Pain missed her scream on the Vengeful Spirit, and Venge TP'd out with 190 health. And then he died for it anyway. He's got to be pretty sad with that outcome.
Morphling pressuring the tier 1 tower. But, that Riki with his Treads Midas. I mean, what is his gold per minute right now? It is at, let's see, 475 gold per minute? Really? Wow.
Well, it's actually not that high when you look at Morphling's 410. And Morphling's 1-0, Riki's 2-0 with First Blood, and Riki has, let's see, how many towers did they drop? I guess each team's only dropped 1 tower. But Riki's gone to use his Midas 4 times, and that's a lot of gold to have in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's still though, he still hasn't paid off that Midas yet, and when he does, man, but that is crazy that Morphling is keeping up in gold in that regard. We're gonna be able to pick up a fast Lincolns, which will hopefully help him just continue to farm. Otherwise, I mean, at this point, their Chen is not going to be doing a whole lot unless he gets to some really good team fights. As it stands, Chen, I think, is really going to be useless for the rest of the game. They didn't really take any towers like they were planning. They took the bottom tier 1, which is expected to go down because you're suicide laning it. And so that's going to go down eventually anyway. So it's not like Chen provided anything that was particularly unique. So unless they take, these top tier 1 or tier 1 middle towers, Chen's not really doing a whole lot besides his ultimate.
Well, he doesn't even have his ultimate yet, and he's buying all the wards, so he's not going to have that mech, man. And Venge doesn't even have boots yet.
Yeah, none of the supports are ready. I mean, Beastmaster has a cloak, so he's going to be going for that pipe. But none of the supports are going for that mech yet, and that's just really killer. I mean, like you said, Chen buying all the wards, somebody's got to go the mech then. And they're just not set up for it. Queen of Pain getting set up for this potential gank in middle. We have 4 heroes for the Radiant side here, but the Dire is setting up for some potential ganks. Here it is. Maybe he might be able to jump on the Chen, but unfortunately those creeps are just a little bit too threatening, especially with 3 heroes coming in from behind. So they're going to wisely back off. And all the meanwhile, Riki and Morphling are farming away in the same lane at each other. Morphling just needs the recipe now for his Lincolns. Meanwhile, the Riki just needs the recipe for his Purge Stick, Diffusal Blade.
Yeah. I want to note that this Queen of Pain's gotten maybe 5 creep kills in the last 5 minutes. He's been spending a lot of time running around, and even now, Beastmaster's the same level as him, even though Beastmaster was so far behind.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how much that paid off last game when Queen of Pain was just running around with no CS, just waiting for hero kills to happen that never did. And then, you know, we got into the mid game and she just absolutely had nothing.
And she's jungling against magic immune creeps.
Yeah. That is really funny. I don't know, man. Well, maybe we're going to see the Radiant. I mean, against wards, they can't really push in. And with Chen creeps, they can't really... neither team can really put the pressure on right now. Riki is taking just a slowly but surely losing his lane to Morphling due to Morphling wave forming every single time on these creeps.
That's the advantage of being a carry with regen items.
Yeah. Really, I mean, not a whole lot going on. 2,000, a little over 2,000 gold lead for the Dire. Diffusal up on Riki. I'm sure that Lincoln's very close. Another 400 or so gold. So I don't really see any real big items so far on the both 2,000 and gold and experience lead for the Dire. But besides that, I haven't seen really anything change beside the 2 carries picking up their items. Everybody's just kind of sitting in middle, farming away. We are going to see a swap on a blinking Queen of Pain with haste.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that worked out so well. I mean, I guess in theory, really good communication, being able to instantly have the Beastmaster ult on the Queen of Pain who gets swapped, but still.
Well, the problem was Beastmaster didn't hit his ult on before the swap. Because if you hit ulti on somebody with Beastmaster before Venge swaps them, when Venge swaps them, you don't have to find them and click on them. You'll already be casting.
Right. Yeah, it would have been a nice little, because then Venge would have been able to follow up with her stun, and with Queen of Pain not really having a whole lot of items, she only has the power treads, which are on strength. She only has 950 health, so they could have been able to pop her with those triple nukes, but they are going to pressure the tier 1 bottom tower. Morphling is sitting there. The question is he going to get any support from his team? One teleport in, but they are going to jump on this Morphling. They're going to be able to pop the ultimate. Waveform is down, but look at the stats go. That is just so rough. You can't handle a Morphling like that. It's just too much. Morph stats at level 4 is insane. Now the rest of the team's going to back up. They might try and turn on this Vengeful Spirit. He gets popped instantly, but is it going to pay off? They're not going to get any return kills, so they just get a free Vengeful Spirit who got a little too ballsy with her chase. Riki trying to push in the tier 2 top tower, but what was that?
It's just getting a free support kill is always nice. Especially on one that's already so far behind. I mean, that Venge has smoke, boots, and wand, and wards. He's not going to have any health anytime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, man.
Meanwhile, Vino's farming up his life in middle lane. He's got a Bassi, wand, boots, and 1,600 gold saved up.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. You have level 4 wards and you can just lay them down, and it's so tough. An opposing hero trying to deal with them. Not even the boar can do much. It looks like the Dire's going to try and get a little aggressive here. Queen of Pain and Sand King are going to be in good positions, hopefully to gank middle. They might catch this Chen or the Vengeful Spirit out. But meanwhile, the rest of the team's just like they're 4-on-4 pretty much every single time. Looks like they are going to jump on mid. They're going to jump on this Beastmaster in the stun. He's easily going to go down before anything comes out. So nice little pickup on top of that. They're going to be able to pressure the tower. They get that up. Nice little attempt at Vengeful Spirit to try and hit the deny, but barely missing out.
I'm really glad this
Vengeful Spirit not. What? Go ahead.
I'm really glad this Queen of Pain got the kill on that tower, though, or hero, though. Oh wait, did he get? Yeah, no, the tower's gold, but no. If you look, even now, Vino and Windrunner are both getting close to out CSing this Queen of Pain, who had that free start. She really is dedicated to just running around this map looking for heroes. Yeah,
there's been very little going on. Bottom missing the scream. I mean, even if he did hit it, it's not gonna like they're gonna really be able to kill the Morphling with more stats. At any point, he could just out regen. He wasn't low enough to get popped, so.
Morphling misclicked in that fight. He morphed a couple level points of agility there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, Queen of Pain, again, attempting to gank and just not paying off at all. But at the very least, they have the Riki. He's going to be able to pick up BKB very shortly. He's going to have 1600 for the hammer, and then all he needs left is the recipe. Now, the question is, in this farming game, once they get the BKB, should they try and put a little pressure on them? Or should he just keep farming away and just use the BKB completely defensively whenever they try and gank him?
Well, personally, in the idea of me getting lunch today, I would say they should push quicker. But I think it'll be fine either way. Because if Riki can just stack some agility items, he'll definitely just slaughter everyone but Morphling. And then they'll just... Outside of this Morphling, the Radiant doesn't have anyone.
Well, they're playing a little risky here. They smoked up and they only have one counter ward. So they just threw the one counter ward, missed out on the Riki, who was playing a little passive. And now they're going to turn to on here.
Sand King
jumping in, instantly teleporting away. The Beastmaster's going to be able to get out, but they do pop the Sand King. And there he goes. Now Morphling's going to have to make the run of his life, morphing into strength, and we had a little bit of lag there. Yeah. But morphing into strength, then jumping away to his replicate. He's still in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to try and teleport away, but there is a shackle shot, but Lincoln saves him from that. And so the only person to go down, Sand King, in exchange for... Actually, the Vengeful Spirit's not even here to go down because the teleport. Yeah. Great job by Chen getting that off. So Sand King, the only person to go down, got bursted away.
It really comes down to him missing that stun, and then Windrunner shackling the TPing hero and not getting it off in time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So both of their stuns were not used in that exchange. But this Ringer Riki is carrying the Dire team right now.
Oh, I know, right? He might just be their sixth person on their team. I don't think he's quite a ringer, but it might.
Well, he tagged up after he got
so ballsy here. He does get the swap. They're going to jump on this Windrunner. Windrunner getting a little caught out here. Now the Queen of Pain is jumping on the Beastmaster. They pop 1 for 1 there, trading Beastmaster for Windrunner. Now the Sand King's actually coming.
Dire. Though, it's a better trade for the Dire, because Lich used his ultimate if they were looking to kill that solo hero.
Oh no, Riki putting himself in a very bad position. Sand King and Riki instantly getting popped. Now they just need to get out. Queen of Pain's going to blink away, and Venomancer is free home. He does actually have a gem on him, on the Venomancer, which seems very odd, considering it's early. Yeah. But he's just going to have to be really careful with it. Otherwise, he's just going to give up a free gem to a team that's looking for any sort of counter vision at this point against a Riki.
Now, here's what I want to point out about this farm game between the two carries. Morphling is the same gold per minute than Riki, and he's going up while Riki's going down because he's dead. Wow.
I mean, I was surprised when he was keeping up with him, but now exceeding him. That's, I mean, he's just farming really well, I guess. I mean, well done to him. But, I mean, Morphling does have the ability to burst down creeps a little bit better, but I would think Aghanim, or, excuse me, Midas would be able to offset that into the favor of the Riki. But I don't know, man. I don't know. 3,600 gold on the Morphling. Let's see if we pick up any other items. We got the Hood of Defiance picked up on Beastmaster. No other items on the supports. Mech finally picked up on Chen, but besides that, like, not even the Lich has anything. On the Dire side, though, Team Baguette, a ultimate orb on this Queen of Pain, so basically nothing on her. And all the items, you've got Mech on Windrunner, she's working towards push stick, but besides that, all the items are, again, on Riki. So the 2 carries are pretty much the only items on the team as it stands right now.
And he's going for either an Ether Blade or a Butterfly right now. He picked up the Eagle Song.
Well, which would you rather recommend? I mean, Butterfly is really helpful against a Riki, just being able to dodge this extra damage when you're trapped in Cloud. But at this point, with the way the game's going, should he try and just pop the Riki?
I would say Ether Blade could be very useful, and it could be a game winner. But it could also be a game breaker and lose them the game if he gets caught out too many times with the Ether Blade getting him nuked. Especially now that he's holding the gem that they stole from... No, they bought their own gem. I thought they killed Vino, but no.
No, they grabbed their own gem. Now Riki actually has a BKB. So that just really changes things around a little bit. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of pressure on middle, but it's so hard. I mean, all they have is Chen. But besides that, level 4 wards are just so hard to deal with. As long as your Venomancer is paying really good attention to the map and is there well ahead of time of the opposing team that's trying to push, you're going to be able to defend towers pretty easily. See a little bit of damage taken, but Riki's jumping in.
Pretty well.
One more hit, he's going to be able to take the tower. The question is, can they pick up some sort of team fight here with a double damage on Queen? Queen missing out. What's with these ultimates from her? One more hit. Oh, the chain bouncing around. It's still going. Riki popping his BKB. He's jumping on the Beastmaster who's going to go down. Morphling picking up a kill on the Sand King. Now Riki's going to be forced to back here. And unless we see some really good Shackle shot, I don't think they can kill the Morphling. And both teams going to back off here. Riki apparently not realizing that they did have the advantage there with...
and it's an Ether Blade.
And it is an Ether Blade. So do you think that's a mistake? I mean, now that Riki has that BKB on top of Purge, he's going to be a real threat. I mean, he's going to have a hard time dealing with Riki when he pops BKB. And then on top of that...
he's about to use Replicate on somebody and then shotgun someone and blink the Replicate, I think. Because right now he has 180 agility. That's 720 plus, let's see, that's 875 magic damage coming out pre-waveform, and not including the 40% bonus from the Ether Blade.
Alright, well they don't have vision of the Roshan, but can they spy before No actually goes down? Riki does pick up the Aegis. And so Morphling, who was so close to being able to pick up the Ethereal Blade and pick up a fast kill on somebody. Unfortunately, now they can't get aggressive because of that Aegis being picked up on Riki. So very well done by Team Baguette, recognizing the opportunity to pick up a Roshan. That is just a huge pickup for them.
Yes, it is. And see, that's what I was talking about right there. Bam! There goes the Queen of Pain.
That is rough. Queen of Pain was actually getting relatively close to her Sheepstick. All she needs is the Void Stone, 875 mana regen item. And she would have had a Sheepstick, which is really good versus a Morphling. Very helpful.
In the recent months, she's been spending more time farming, so she's up to a somewhat below par 90 creep kills. You typically want to have about 120 at 30 minutes if you're a roaming ganking hero.
So now with that pickup, and now that Beastmaster's just gonna farm another 400 gold and pick up his pipe, do you think the Radiant should be pushing, or do they need to farm a little bit more?
I think they should be looking for kills where they can find them, because they have this Max Hawk Beastmaster. They have a gem. They have the power to nuke any single hero down instantly.
So especially with that Aegis, they just really need to get a couple of picks before they can really do anything at this point.
Mm-hmm. Especially since they don't probably know it, unless they're checking items, but that is a very close Sheepstick coming up. So if they can get a couple
and on top of that,
off,
Lich is gonna...
Oh, there goes Riki! Oh no, he blink striked away at the perfect time. That wasn't even...
that extra damage from
I want to point out though, that was before he had, like, Ethereal form was over on the Riki when he got shot by that Adaptive Strike. He would have died just to the Ether Blade and Adaptive Strike combo. No waveform necessary. So that was a very well-timed Blink Strike to get out of that.
Well, if they don't pick up the Riki, they do at least grab the tier 2 tower. And with top being pushed in, they're probably just going to back up and farm a little bit more. But I like what they're doing, trying to get a little bit of ganks, but if not, pushing, trying to put a little bit of aggression. I'm going to see an Invis maybe being grabbed by this Queen of Pain. But she's just trying to farm up that last little bit for Sheepstick. On the other team, though, Lich has picked up his own push stick now. So that's going to be very helpful versus the Riki. Push sticks are just so essential for any team that you're facing up against Riki. Cloud is obnoxious. We're going to see a smoke up. Team Baguette going to try and get aggressive here. 3 heroes being smoked. Scythe of Ice, there it is. Sheepstick being picked up now on Queen of Pain. And they're going to go hunting. And they're not going to find anybody, unfortunately. No one's jungling right now. And it looks like the Radiant team has the same idea. I love it when this happens. Both teams smoke up, find each other at the same time, freak out. Both of them act with a surprise. Oh god, there's a team in front of us! And then some sort of frantic team fight happens. I love it.
That's always nice.
But instead, it's going to be the opposite. I don't know. Well, I mean, they have the ward, so they did see the Queen of Pain and Sand King go into their jungle. And they are going to go explore their jungle. Good.
They are sending the Hawk down there, but there's an Invis rune there. And it's going to be a little bit of a bait Invis rune if he uses it because the other team has a gem, so it's basically worthless.
Yeah, Queen of Pain does pick that up. I mean, at least she can try and get out of range of... we see Django's picked up on Vengeful Spirit, and you see some sort of initiation here. Queen of Pain, nice shackle shot, hitting the ultimate as well. They're going to jump on this easily. Mech goes off. They're trying to save him, heal, but Vengeful Spirit goes off. Nice little epicenter doing a lot of damage. Chain bouncing around, but the BKB is still up on Riki, and he's just tearing people apart. The BKB is now down. Morphling pops the Queen of Pain at least, but look how low he is. He maxed out some agility and was just instantly popped for it. So a 1-for-4 trade in the favor of the Dire. They're going to be able to pressure this tier 2 tower off of that. Very well.
That really happened because Morphling spent that entire fight chasing Queen of Pain. I want to point out that Queen of Pain ulti didn't hit anything. It missed again.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it hit at least 2 heroes,
no,
I thought.
It ended up not hitting either of them. They were too far away. They didn't take any damage from it.
Wow. I mean, I saw the shackle shot. I just sort of assumed that it hit. That's just crazy. This Queen of Pain. I mean, I understand Queen of Pain ult is really obnoxious because it takes a lot of time for you to throw it, and it doesn't go very far, but at the same time, if you have setup stuns, please use them. You know?
I don't know, maybe he's a Han player. It goes a lot farther in Han.
Yeah, that is true. We're going to see a Blink being picked up on the Sand King with 3,300 gold. So that's a big pickup for the Dire side. Meanwhile, a Pipe going to be grabbed by the Windrunner once she gets another 400 gold. So now they're matching the teamfight items, which really I thought... I mean, that was a nice shackle shot and everything, but I thought the teamfight items of Pipe and Mech and Chen Heal were going to be enough to win them the team fight. But now the Dire has their own, and it's definitely in the favor of the Dire now.
Yeah, especially since they didn't even pop Aegis.
Yeah, I really like, it's just, they have to be all about picks, but if Team Baguette groups up and pushes once they grab these next little items, it's going to be huge. Shackle shot, barely missing on that one. We're going to see a fast teleport. Well done by the Chen. Not wasting any time quibbling about that.
Where did the gems go? One gem's on a courier that flew out to pick it up. But where's the other gem? Both teams had a gem, and both gem carriers do not have a gem anymore.
You know, I don't know. Well, one of them's on the Morphling, the other one's on the courier.
Okay, so the Morphling found one on the... Okay, I guess they each had a courier
both teams
pick up a gem.
Yeah, both teams got
Actually, no. Morphling had to buy a new gem. There's 2 gems in the base of the Dire.
Oh,
one's on the courier and one's on the ground. That's a lot of money to put into seeing Riki.
That is, but, I mean, if they can ever pick him off, it's going to be important. But really, I mean, at this point, if the Dire just groups up, I don't think there's any way they can lose team fights. They can just keep pressuring towers, I think, at this point.
Especially since Riki has 4K. He can buy a big item.
They do have a little bit of time where they can wait until Aegis is a little bit lower. on time, but really, I think they just need to group up and make sure that they don't get picked, because really that's the biggest way the Radiant's going to come back into this game is with the Morph thing being able to shotgun somebody, and the rest of the team being able to follow up and force some sort of uneven fight. Go over items here real quick. Actually, in the gold graph, 7,500 in the lead of the Dire. The experience looks roughly the same, a little over 5,000. And now they're going to be able to jump in on this Queen, throwing out the sheep. Look at that chain bouncing around, trying to do it work. Nice little bounce. Jump into the Queen of Pain, blinking out. Riki's trying to do what work he can with the double damage, but he's so slow. Now he pops the BKB after getting so slow, and he does pop the Chen in just 4 hits, and he's going to clean up young heroes left and right. Lincoln saving him. There goes the Aegis. They're popping out 3 heroes. The question is, can Morphling get out now? He's just getting so slow. He needs to be able to morph to strength. Beastmaster is going to go down, but the Morphling is going to go. Oh, Shackle Shot! Shackle Shot locking in this Morphling into place. The question is, it's going to be enough. It's definitely going to be enough. Well done. And there goes another gem. And now Team Baguette completely in the lead and ready to just tear down the barracks. That's what they're ready to do.
There's no cooldown on gem, I believe, in the Radiant shop. So they can't even buy a gem if they wanted to. Oh no, there's one in stock in the Radiant. Where did they get that extra gem then?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You know, I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to the gems.
Radiant's middle tower has
And that was just a crazy team fight. I thought it wasn't going to go the Dire's way with the way that Chain Frost was bouncing around, but followed the Queen of Pain with her blink.
And that fight ends up being 5 heroes for an Aegis.
Yeah. Riki spent a lot of time not popping his BKB because I think he just wanted to die and then come back with the Aegis and then be able to pop BKB. And it looks like they're trying to jump in on this, trying to get some sort of pick. Beastmaster throwing the roar on Windrunner. They're going to be able to pop her 1-2. But can they pick anybody else off, like the Venomancer? No, it looks like they're not going to try and keep forcing a fight. So they get at least one little pick. But they lose the Tier 2 and almost Tier 3 in middle. It is deniable, but they're probably just going to leave it up for now.
I think the next Roshan spells the doom of the Radiant squad here.
Yeah, at the same time, I mean, a Roshan could be a great opportunity for the Radiant to get off a nice ganking team.
There he is. He's up. Riki used it just in time, I see. Maybe they're timing it. I know a lot of teams have trouble keeping a Roshan timer going.
Yeah.
But looks like neither of these teams have such trouble.
No, absolutely not. Chen, unfortunately. Oh, wait, that's the collusion. Oops. I was like, where's the Chen? They're going to jump onto this Venomancer, instantly going down. He pops the ultimate, which hits the Beastmaster, but nobody else.
And he'll be fine with the regen from his pipe.
Yeah, and on top of that, Ethereal Blade is going to be back up by the time this fight happens, hopefully.
Well, this Morphling needs to get some strength up.
And Queen of Pain throwing the ultimate. They're going to try and pop this Windrunner chain, bouncing around. Pipe is saving her. One more hit. There it goes. The Vengeful Spirit picks up that kill. Nice little Gale on 2 heroes, but he's going to pay for it with a stun. Meanwhile, the Beastmaster's trying to chase axes, go out, misses out with the Queen of Pain. And now Riki's running around with his Invis, but they already have counters down, so really Riki can't do a whole lot. With the Queen of Pain at low health and the Windrunner dead, I don't think they're going to be able to defend this.
Despite my
It's Roshan to go the Radiant's way. Oh, look at the pop go. Riki goes down to 400 health, and now he's not ready to fight. He got way too close, and now he can't force the fight with the rest of his team. Queen of Pain jumping in. He's going to try and force this, but the Aegis goes down. Morphling picks it up. And now they just need to get out. Riki throwing down the cloud to try and help his teammates get out. Really, at this point, oh, look at the Venomancer go. Nice little jumping away. Sand King hitting a big ultimate, popping out the Vengeful Spirit, but now he's going to pay for it with his life. Chen and Beastmaster are going to clean him up unless, maybe, Riki coming in. He's going to try and do some damage with Morphling gone, pushing the top tier 2 tower. He's just going to clean up on those heroes. Nice teleport by the Chen. But Morphling's going to try and take this tier 2 top away. Morphling using the replicate to get out when really, I didn't think he was that low. On top of that, he had Aegis. I think that was a really big misclick or misplay or something there.
Yeah, and he has no HP right now, so he's gonna die here. This is Aegis.
Oh yeah. Giving away the Aegis, maybe.
Game.
Oh, that strength is just ridiculous.
Well, I've noticed at the beginning of that he doesn't know that you can turn that strength gain on during stuns. Like he waits until after he's
That's the most obnoxious thing about it.
Yeah. Like he waited till he was not stunned anymore before he started morphing to strength.
Well, I didn't pick up Butterfly. I don't think we'd mentioned this Butterfly being picked up on the Riki.
Morphling is Manta if he wants it.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice little pickup. Push Stick, Django's already talked about that. Nice. Sand King picking up a Veil of Discord. I much prefer Veil of Discord on a Sand King over Aghanim. I'm not sure how you feel about it, but I don't really think the extra little bit of cooldown and the 2, I think, pulses that it gives, I really don't feel it's worth it. I think Veil does much more damage, and especially in conjunction with other people's spells, as well as your own stun doing more. I think it's way more important for Veil.
Talk about that it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. You become much more effective.
BKB on Morph.
All right, well that's what he's going to be going morphing with BKB.
Well, I think it's good if he wants. It's okay since he wants to sit at 900 health the entire game.
That is true. Maybe he'll be able to dodge some of those faithful stuns.
He's just sitting at 1 strength this entire time.
And that is so risky. And that's so risky. I mean, with the Riki and these mobile heroes,
he is not afraid.
Morphling. But he's just going to be a man. I mean, with Aegis, you can do that. But
he also has 41 armor.
Yeah. They're going to be able to jump on him here. The question is, can they pop him? Yes! They pop him before the Aegis goes off. Now Riki's Sand King coming in with his ultimate. They missed the stun on Morphling, but he's going to go down anyway. So just like that, losing the Aegis and losing himself. Teleport coming out, but he did not save it.
That was the exact interaction I was talking about with the Ether Blade and the Purge.
So 3 heroes get picked, all because really Morphling got a little too ballsy. And the rest of his team didn't just straight out back away. They tried to come back in and help him. And just straight up running away, and then got picked by the chase from Sand King and Windrunner and all the.
No, in the smoke, the Morphling used Ether Blade on himself, which is another thing I only learned about recently. You can Ether Blade yourself. You do not need to target someone to go to the Ethereal form. So you can just Ether yourself, and then so he does that, and then immediately Riki purges it off him in the cloud, and he just dies.
Yeah, rough. He didn't even have the BKB on him for that fight.
Nope. He no longer has buyback, and Riki has 2,500 gold as well as a level 2 defusal now.
And just think, he was so close. He was so close to having that payoff, because he'd just been able to take that tower and then waveform or replicate away. And that we would have gone, all right, that was a nice little pickup. It was risky, but it worked out because they got a free tower and they were too afraid to jump on him.
Well, reason I brought up
is BKB, Riki jumping in. He throws the cloud. He's going to right away jump on this Morphling who pops BKB of his own. Is now jumping on the support heroes. Sand King coming in with a huge epicenter on top of Veil of Discord. What a play! Picking up 3 support heroes with that epicenter, and even Morphling takes a lot of damage. He's trying to get out now, waveforming away, and they're going to be able to take away the racks and maybe even go for the tier 3 middle tower as well. Unless we're going to see some buybacks, we're going to see the middle racks easily threatened with the creeps right there. And what a huge epicenter by that Sand King.
What I wanted to talk about, though, was that this Morphling's been sitting at the lowest strength he can be the entire time, ever since he has gone Lincoln's.
Seriously, he only has 3 strength.
He's been sitting at like 900 health. That's why he's been doing so much damage in team fight.
Oh dear. Well, he instantly gets popped with no health that he has. They lose the gem, they lose the lich, and I think he's going to be losing the game. Team Baguette going to be able to pick up 2 racks here, and if they wanted to, go for 3, because Morphling does not have enough for a buyback. And if 2 racks wasn't enough, 3 is always game over.
Well, I think the new mantra of the Dire team is just ban anti-mage.
Yeah, fair enough.
And there's a gem just chilling there on the ground.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah, they don't care. So they're not even going for the racks. They're going to go straight for throne here. And GG's not being called out because Team Megashock does not want to give this up.
Radiant's middle tower
Oh,
has
maybe they
fallen.
do. So,
Radiant's middle
on
tower
the
is
bench.
under attack. Radiant's
I was
middle
hoping for
tower
some sort of
has
pro
fallen.
swap, instant teleport,
Radiant's
etc.
ancient is under
But
attack.
GG being called out. Team, oh, I finally lost it. What was their team name?
Baguette.
I was so close. I was so close. Every single time I would catch myself, and I would be able to call it, and finally I lost it. Team Baguette taking game 3, 2-1. So they have the lead in this group stage. This is the JeeDota2 Championship number 2. This is the group stage. I think this was group number 2. Two's all over the place. But thanks, guys, for watching. We're going to go ahead and that's going to be all for today. I don't think we have anything else to cast. I want to give a shout-out, 616. Thank you very much for casting with me, 616 from Team Fabio. The American team so well known for dominating sex, pretty much. That's really what you guys got.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's not Fabio anymore. What is the name? El Zahura? How do I pronounce that?
I think it's Lizaruha or something. It's really hard to pronounce.
Lizaruha. Well, congratulations on the recent sponsor pickup. I want to give a shout out also to my streamer, Holy for the Win. Shout out to my VOD cameraman, Azu. Big thank you to those guys. Then, of course, thanks to you guys. We hit like somewhere 170 viewers or something like that, which is awesome. Pretty much through word of mouth. I mean, we're not on Twitch front page or anything like that. So thanks to you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it very much. Don't forget, please follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our Twitch TV account or our YouTube account. We also have the Pro Dota 2 American Qualifiers, which we just put up not too long ago, casted by Chappie and Hari. And I think that is all. All right, thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.